What's cackalaking on this Thursday afternoon, guys? If you could do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and that notification bell. I sure appreciate it. So we have FSU Seminoles traveling to Death Valley to take on the Clemson Tigers and Dabo Swinney. And I know a lot of y'all are probably going to disagree with me, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear, well, they barely beat Boston College. They barely won. Boston College should have won that game against FSU. But I think FSU is going to go in to Death Valley, and I'm not saying upset Clemson, but I think they are going to shock Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers. FSU's quarterback, Travis, can't hardly ever remember his last name, but anyway, he is going to be hard for Clemson's defense to contain. It's going to be hard for Clemson's defensive line to contain him. Now, they'll get pressure to him. They'll get pressure, no questions. But this kid is amazing and spectacular getting out of the pocket and getting out of tackles and running downfield. And Clemson's going to have a hard time keeping him in that pocket. If he gets out of that pocket and starts running, this kid could have over 100 yards rushing by himself. Not no running backs, not their running backs. Him alone could have 100 yards rushing. This quarterback has speed, and he's very, very mobile. And I don't think Clemson's defensive line is going to be able to contain him all four quarters. And I don't see Shipley running all over FSU's defense. And I'm sure FSU's coach and the coaching staff will have a game plan to shut Shipley down and keep him contained. And one player that Clemson is going to have to keep an eye on is the kid that transferred from South Carolina, Bell. He did pretty good at South Carolina. Don't know why he transferred from there. But once again, Clemson, they're going to have to try to keep the ball out of his hands. Two ranked opponents playing in Death Valley. No, I never understood why Clemson would name their stadium Death Valley And LSU stadium is called Death Valley. Maybe Clemson needs to rename their stadium, because as of right now, Dabo Swinney and this Clemson team isn't looking too good. FSU is going to walk in to Death Valley and beat Clemson. I don't see Clemson beating them. If I'm wrong, feel free to leave comments down below. And like always, I'll try to respond to them as I see them. FSU's quarterback's going to be... he's going to be a weapon for Clemson to slow down or stop. If FSU comes out and they play like they did against LSU, Dabo Swinney and this Clemson team might as well take their cleats off, might as well take their shoulder pads off, might as well take their helmets off and go hang them up in the locker. Because FSU outplayed LSU in Death Valley, in LSU. And if they play that way, Clemson ain't got a chance. And I'm not saying FSU is going to walk into Clemson and blow them out. By no means. That's not what I'm saying. I believe Clemson is going to have a hard time stopping FSU's running game. Whether it's the quarterback running the ball, or whether it's Clemson, or whether it's FSU's running backs running the ball. I just don't think Clemson's defense looks all that good this year. I really don't. And I think FSU can outplay Clemson on both sides of the ball, especially offense. Now, I see FSU having a few interceptions. This Clemson's quarterback, they talk about he's good, he's impressive. I haven't seen him be too impressive this year. And that's my opinion. So like I said, if y'all feel different or see things different, y'all don't hesitate. Feel free to leave comments. Now I'm sure this is a big game between FSU and Clemson. Always has been. But I'm sure FSU is going to come in to Clemson pumped up and ready to play. Now, I'm not going to give no score predictions on this game, because just like Georgia, South Carolina, it could be a close game. Some of these games like this isn't hardly ever a blowout. So I'm not going to sit here and say FSU's going to blow them out. But I do believe FSU will go into Clemson and they'll shock Dabo Swinney and Clemson football team and pull a win out in Clemson Stadium. I don't see Clemson's quarterback, if he does scramble and has to run, I don't see him getting downfield too far. He's no Trevor Lawrence. Now, when Trevor Lawrence played for Clemson, and boy, I wish he would have came to Georgia. The things Trevor Lawrence did for Clemson when he was there. I wish when we was recruiting him and Justin Fields, I wish we would have got Trevor Lawrence. But the things he did at Clemson while he was there, I don't see Clemson's quarterback doing that. I look for him to throw a couple interceptions against FSU's defense. And like I said, I'll repeat it again. If FSU comes into Clemson and plays the way they did against LSU, Clemson might as well hang it up. Might as well hang it up. That's going to be a good game to watch. I will definitely watch the FSU and Clemson game. I want to see how this game turns out. And please, now, FSU, I'm backing y'all, and I said it here first, FSU's going to win. So y'all, please, Seminoles, don't make me eat my crow. I sure don't want to have to eat crow. I just don't see Clemson winning this game at home. I really don't. And I don't want to be wrong. I just don't see it. If Clemson loses this game at home, how much longer will Dabo Swinney last? How much longer will they keep him at Clemson? Oh, I don't want to eat crow. I don't want to eat crow. Whoo! FSU, you got to win. I just don't think Clemson's got the offense. And I'm not saying they're not going to score touchdowns. That's not what I'm saying at all. I've seen FSU's defense, and I just don't think they have the offense to get by FSU. I think FSU's defense is going to control this game. And I know FSU's quarterback is. That kid's just unbelievable when he has the ball in his hands. He's pretty much another running back. If you slip up and you think he hands the ball off to the running back and he tucks it in and runs instead, if you go after that running back, you messed up. Because he is going to take off and run downfield on you. That's why I say if you're not careful against FSU's quarterback, he'll have 100 yards rushing, if not more. So I will definitely, I'm going to watch this game because like I said, I don't want to eat crow. I definitely do not want to eat crow. So FSU, do not let me down because I am standing behind y'all in this game. I appreciate y'all watching my video. I will be doing a UAB versus Georgia video tomorrow afternoon. So y'all stay tuned for that. And like always, win, lose, or tie, I'm a dog fan till the day I die. Go Dogs!